Hello, welcome to 52 Weeks of Angel Connection. As you know, I usually do these videos live and most of the time from my office in Kansas City. I'm not doing that today. Things didn't work out like that, but this is the next best thing. And I try to do them early in the week, but you know how life goes. All right, so let's go. I have no idea who's showing up today. All right, so I just put out the call and they told me to let Crystal, this is one of my pendulums. I call her Crystal for obvious reasons. Quartzy didn't sound right, so this is Crystal. So I'm going to let Crystal choose one of my two decks. I've got an Archangels deck and an Ascended Masters deck, both by Doreen Virtue, who literally wrote the book on these guys and ladies, these beings. Okay, so let's see. So now you can see a little bit behind the curtain. Crystal, we ready to? Oh yeah, she's ready. I just feel like Crystal sounds like a feminine name, don't you? All right, do we want to do Archangels? Yep, just for giggles. Ascended Masters? Nope, Archangels it is. So let's see what Archangel wants to come out and play. I feel like I've done most of the Archangels already in this series, but that's okay. I was hoping to do a different being every week, but I don't necessarily have control over who comes in or who wants to. I can ask, but sometimes the message needs to be heard more than once. I'm fine with that. I hope you're fine with that too. So I'm going to shuffle the cards. I'm going to cut the cards into 3 piles. I love working with oracle cards. So I know you're watching on YouTube. If you are also on Facebook, which most people are, go to Angel's Guidance with Christy Clemens Hoffman. I do a live oracle card reading every Monday through Friday. I've only missed maybe once or twice, but they're live oracle card readings, and we have a lot of fun. The community is really built up around that. All right, so let's see who we've got. Ooh, look at that victory. Sandalphon. I don't recall if I've done Sandalphon yet. Well, we're doing Sandalphon again, if so. This particular card says victory. Your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. Now look, it says your prayers have been answered. That is what Sandalphon does. He's the intercessor to carry our prayers up to God. Now, that would probably be if you're praying directly to God, takes our prayers up to heaven. But I see him more, in fact, is what he's showing me as. I see him more like an amplifier or a booster. You know how you have a Wi-Fi booster to boost your Wi-Fi signal? I see him in that type of role. He is mammoth in size. He's giant. And look, he's also got his horn. So he uses that horn just to, well, what does a horn do? It amplifies sound, right? And that's why it's got the bell at the end. It amplifies sound. So I see the horn's purpose as amplifying the throat chakra. So Sandalphon does oversee the throat chakra as well. So he wants me to tell you his story. Sandalphon has a funny angel name because most of the archangels, their names end in L. Gabriel, Raphael, Ezekiel. Well, Ezekiel's, I'm on the fence whether he's an archangel. He tells me he's not quite, but close. So who else? Jophiel, Haniel, Jeremiah, Azrael, Radkiel. I mean, you get it. Archangel names usually end in L. Sandalphon is different. He and his brother Metatron, who Metatron sounds to me like a transformer or something. But anyway, Sandalphon was the prophet Elijah from the Bible. You've probably heard of him. And he lived such an awesome life, faithful, well-connected, honest, sincere, integrity. God didn't know what else to do with him when he passed on. And so Archangel Haniel came and lifted him up to heaven, made him an archangel, and gave him this funny name. And it signals that he has been human before. And then Metatron, his brother, was Enoch in the Bible. You've probably heard of Enoch as well. Enoch became Metatron for the same reason. And so Those two have been human before. The rest of the archangels have not. So Sandalphon is the throat chakra. He's about hearing our prayers, amplifying our prayers, boosting them up to heaven, to where they need to go. I say spirit, and yet everything is spirit. All the beings are spirit. So amplifies our prayers, but also just connects us with the throat chakra. He's helpful if we need to do some public speaking. He's helpful if we need to work on the throat chakra. And see, I've got my turquoise on today. The throat chakra is my life's work, in this life at least. So that's a bit about what he does. See if he wants to let you know anything else. Okay. He wants Catholics especially to know that you do not necessarily need an intercessor. He says, I know what the priests say. I know it's taught in your church. And you do believe in intercessors, and that's fine. He says, and I do serve that role for, not only Catholics, but for everybody, amplifying and carrying the signal, boosting the signal, as it were. So think of me as your intercessor. For everyone else, he says you have a voice, use it. Oh my gosh, he says, we gave you a voice, use it. So, but use it impeccably. Just like it says in the Four Agreements, the book, The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Use your words impeccably. Speak truth. Say what you mean and mean what you say. But we gave you a voice for a reason. Use it, right? Strengthen your voice by toning, by singing, by speaking, by reciting. If you memorized a poem in 3rd grade, I did. I memorized a poem by Shel Silverstein, and I still remember it to this day. Say the poems that you've recited. If you've ever been in a play, recite your lines. Use your voice. Strengthen your voice. All right, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Do check me out on Facebook, Angel's Guidance with Christy Clemens Hoffman on Facebook. I'm also the owner of Radiate Wellness. So you're watching here on the Radiate Wellness channel. Go ahead and hit the notification. Hit the subscribe button and click notifications so that you get notified every time we post something, which we do. We've got a podcast, the Radiate Wellness Podcast, such an original name. I interview authors, luminaries, experts from around the world, and have a lot of fun doing it. So catch us. If you want even more great content, we do have a subscription-based service, and think of it like a premium version of our podcast. A premium version of any podcast gives you bonus content. And so we have all of our bonus content on a Facebook group called Radiate U. That's the letter U. 24/7 support. And so if you subscribe for, it's really pretty cheap, $22 a month, you get a video series on tarot from Mary Jane Stodeman, our tarot advisor with Radiate. You get a chakra series from me, information about chakras. You get classes we've taught in video form. You get to find out about guests we have upcoming on the podcast. I mean, it's really great content. It truly is. So I hope you would join it. All right, that's it. Thank you so much. If you want to, one more thing. If you want to make an appointment with me, you can do so at radiatewellnesscommunity.com. I do all kinds of stuff. Thanks. Bye-bye.